Hi guys, and we are back with another episode of Humans of Pesto. I am Kriti, your career services manager. I'm here with another Pesto alumni to share experience, a lot of guidance, and he'll be taking you with his journey of Pesto and about his placements also. Today we have got Dinesh and he's got an experience of about 12 plus years into full stack development. So he will be sharing his experience with us. He joined Pesto last year and he took all the upskilling and all the great learnings from Pesto, and he got a placement with a US based startup last year where at a very amazing package of 47 LPA. Right, Dinesh?
Yeah, correct.
Great. So I know that you've been working with them, and you recently came back because you wanted to look for a change. You were trying to build something new. So and you again got a placement with another US based startup, which is currently working into next gen social media stuff. So can you
Correct. So
just explain what exactly is next gen social media stuff that you're working on?
yeah, so currently the social media, how the social media work is like we are actually connecting with people who are not known to us. The strangers can view our profile, and we can connect with strangers. And there is some sort of social media, so like Facebook and Instagram, so we can see everybody, right? So what they are trying to solve this problem, like only the people who are connected in real world should be connected in social media also. Like something like if you are going to a marriage function and you are connecting with someone there, and if that marriage function or that event is hosted through this Flox, then we can connect through Flox as a friends. Like this is a kind of, if we are connected in the real world, then we can able to connect in Flox also. So that is a kind of idea they bring into the plate. Like it is very interesting. We are building that from a scratch. Like, what is going on.
And what exactly are you doing? What is your role in this social media prep work that's going on?
Yeah, I'm a developer on that, like full stack developer. So starting from front end and back end and deployment, DevOps and everything. So I'm taking care of everything currently. So it is in a very early stage, seed stage startup. So basically, I'm the only developer over there, and I have one girl who is just graduate. He's there. He's from Brazil, and she's from Brazil, and I'm the another developer. So basically, she is doing only some management kind of stuff and organizing kind of stuff, and I'm doing a full stack development over there. That is a kind of amazing opportunity for me to build a complete social media.
What I want to know is what are the challenges that you're facing, and how is it a different experience for as an individual contributor to working into a team? If you have a proper team who's working on a product, so compared to that, how is it working as an individual contributor?
Yeah, it is really a new experience for me also, because I haven't worked on end-to-end solutions yet. Like uh, so I have worked for a MNC company before, where I gave some responsibilities in the team. So we may work with 10-member, 20-member team over there. So our responsibility is very minimal, and the exposure that we have to build that application, right, that is also very minimal. Here we have to explore from end to end, like in this seed stage startup. Like we need to explore from end to end, right from uh, creating a front end and creating a back end, creating a DevOps pipeline, and even selecting a domain name, purchasing a domain name, and connecting all the DevOps, all the deployed application to that domain. Everything I need to take care. Like this is a kind of holistic application that I'm building. This is a completely new experience for me, and that's a very good learning curve I am getting.
It sounds pretty interesting because, as you explained, there are very small things that you're taking care of compared to what you are supposed to do after 10 to 12 years of experience. So it's very good to know that how to create from scratch for any application. Yeah.
For front-end design, they are actually outsourced the front-end design. They gave design to me, and I convert that to a code. Like that's
Right.
what.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So the other thing that I want to know is the 12 years of the whole software development experience that you've had till now. So what is the journey like? How have been these 12 years for you? What is the learning curve for you? We want to just know from you.
Yeah, so basically, as I said earlier, so I have been working with MNC for 10 plus years. Okay, so where the responsibilities are very minimal, and usually we will work with 10 to 20 members team in a project, and our exposure to that project is very minimal. So if I am working in a backend module, and if I am working in one module, I don't know what is happening in other module. So I don't have that much knowledge also. Like even I am a part of backend team. I'm working on certain modules. My knowledge is very limited to that module. Like so, what I can say is like for a junior developers who are willing to become a future software engineers, right? So the bad thing they can do for their career is to join MNC first and as initial fresher. That is a very bad thing they can do for their career. So first they need to work with a startup kind of stuff, so they can get an end-to-end knowledge. End-to-end knowledge to build an application first. So that should be their goal and first 4 years. So I badly missed that, and now I'm feeling like now at least now I'm getting those experience, and yeah, that's what like.
Got it. So, one thing that I'm curious on is like after discussing, I have been interacting with a lot of developers, and the software developers who work in MNCs explain that they work on a lot of projects. There are different lot of projects that they come across, and they get a lot of good exposure in different domains. But with a product based startup or a company, it's just one product, one approach that they have to take it forward to. So, what
Yeah,
is the
that's
difference here?
so they that yeah, so that is fine. Like we can get an amazing opportunity in different domains, right? So for example, banking, healthcare sector, insurance, media and broadcasting. So there are a lot of vertical stuff. They have a lot of projects also, but the problem is in a real world we can't able to get an opportunity to work with every domain. So for example, if I entered to a healthcare domain as a fresher, it is very difficult for me to get out of healthcare with that. They have a certain organizational structure. So in MNC, so it is very difficult to get out from a healthcare sector and change to even it is possible, but our managers and our senior leaders will not let us to go in such easy, right? So that is very difficult to get out from one certain domains and switch to another domain, and like that. So and basically, so all the projects they have is an established. They don't have projects with startups. Like mostly they will not have a project in startup world. They will have a project with an established setup. Okay, so they will not let me know about the holistic business also. We can't able to learn the holistic business in their setup. So our knowledge will be very limited. Like so if we work on certain modules, like for example, if you are a banking sector, you are working in a payment module, huh? So your knowledge will be limited to only to the payment module of that banking sector. So there is no opportunity in MNC to explore the complete business of that particular organization. There is no such way to explore that. If you want to do, then you need to do some um, you need to give some management fight with them. We need to we need to create a fight with them to get all those holistic knowledge that is awkward.
Yeah, so it's a difficult task to move from one domain to domain, right? Is what you're trying to explain here. And with a
It is
startup, it's
possible, but
obviously
we need to. It is possible, but we need to do lot of upgrades.
a lot of hustle.
Yeah, maybe.
Great, yeah. So, what during the 10 years, 10, 12 years of software development, how did you come across Pesto?
Yeah, I came across Pesto on 2018 itself. Like, so I usually saw YouTube videos, and somewhere I saw about Pesto. Like, hey, you can work. You can work remotely, and that too with a very good package. Like, at first I don't believe that, and later, so I saw some interviews. I saw an interview of Ayush, and so okay, so let's join this. And I tried to join Pesto. At the time, Pesto only have office in Delhi and Bangalore, I guess. Like, first in 2018, I guess they are only
Wow.
in Delhi. Only in Delhi, and that to a residential kind of program. So, oh, it is not possible for me to join this. And later, after a COVID situation, they decided to become a completely a remote company. That's what that's what they opened the door for me. Like, and I joined Pesto at the time, and yeah, that's what the remaining story is. Like, everything is settled now. Like, I got a very good opportunities lined up.
Yeah. So, how has been your Pesto journey? How was your mentorship? How was the project building phase for you?
Yeah, first of all, so when I entered Pesto, na, so I do have that only an MNC company experience. I have a doubt on my own, like whether I can compete with startups. I can work with startups or not. Like, is that possible for me to work in an end-to-end solution? Is that possible for me to enter in a startup world and survive? That doubt I have in my own mind. Like, but somehow I convinced myself, and uh, I took kind of risk, joined Pesto. And from the day one, I felt comfortable. There are a lot of other players also who are doing same kind of stuff, but I do explore them as well. And what the Pesto is separated from themselves is they will give a very good solid foundation to enter into a startup world, basically, right? So the other players are basically they ask some questions, they schedule some interviews. That's it. They can arrange directly them for us an interview. That is a kind of risk I found over there. Like, why? Because, like, if the person is not compete enough, the startup will not so startup will not afford to pay for them forever to learn certain things. They are mostly the startups are in basically the seed stage startups. They do have very limited funding, and they will hire people only on a die hard situation. So basically they try to set up on their own first in the seed stage. But if they really can't, then only they are hiring, right? So that's what my understanding is. So if if the person are not compete enough, they will immediately fire you off. Within 10 to 15 days they will fire you off. So what basically we need is a solid foundation to survive in software industry. Pesto actually ensure that we have, right? So that is one different thing that isolate Pesto from the other players.
The
Exactly.
end-to-end product mindset is what Pesto tries to build
Yeah,
during the
the
training time.
yeah, the 6 week to 8 week, 12 week program. Basically, 6 week we need to build an end-to-end solution, and 2 week we need to do all the interview preparations and all. And last 4 weeks we do all our preparations and interview schedule, right? So that program actually differs from other players, though mostly other players will not have such a kind of program, right? So this program is actually essentially needed because uh, that should be a bridge for switching over from this kind of with the person like me from MNC background. That should be the kind of bridge we need to switch on to a startup world to survive. So that Pesto is actually ensuring that.
I think it's a very important point that you've raised here. A lot of developers who are already working into MNCs have this doubt that will they be able to work for a startup, because it will be totally a new environment for them. Will they able to adjust to the challenges that a startup environment will bring to them? I think you have answered that, and that is some great advice that they will be able to take from you. So
Yeah.
any particular challenge that they should overcome if they are moving from an MNC to a startup world?
Yeah, in startup world, we need to get out of from 9 to 6 mentality. But anyway, we can able to work for 9 hours to 11 hours, something like that only. But the problem is like we need to match up with the timings of their time. Like your time is different from us, and first of all, they should come away from the coding mentality, and they should enter into a product mindset. That's what Pesto is ensuring, right? Like, so we need to have a product mindset. We need to try to build a very good product, basically, right? So that's what the mindset we need to set up before entering into the startup. It is not like coding and executing the programs and that's it. Like someone in MNC, basically, if the code works, that's it. We need to move to we our responsibility is code the particular module. If the particular module is satisfying me in my unit testing, then I'll just move to the testing department and they'll take care of rest of the things. That is separate. The deployment is DevOps department is separate, and yeah, so that's what my responsibility is, only to code and unit test my own applications. But we need to get out of that mindset, because like here we need to start from requirement gathering, design and everything. The whole life cycle we need to get through. We some startups may have a separate testing department for them, but most of the seed stage startup will not have their own testing department. Like we need to test everything on our own and to deploy our thing on our own. So we
So,
need we need to have an end-to-end mindset.
so
We need to
a
prepare for
basic
that also.
coding, so a basic coding or a basic software development journey is very different from having a complete product mindset, is what you're trying to say here.
Yeah,
And
correct, correct.
the best way to develop a product mindset would be?
So best way to develop a product mindset would be develop your own product. So or try to clone some applications. Your real world, there are some social media. In my case, if we have if you've seen Facebook, try to um, clone that application. Like do a Facebook clone, Amazon, and that is for initial stage, right? So for initial stage, to get into the product mindset, first try to clone all those applications like what you have seen in the real world, and try to see if you can build such an application, at least 70% or 50% of the application that you can build. That is right enough. That is enough for starting a product mindset. But when the time moves on, so you need to think of yourself and see the real world problems where the solution is required to uh, improve the real world lives, right? So you can think of like, and you can try to build your own product also.
Oh, right. So, guys, you can start building your own products if you really want to develop a good product mindset. And what is your advice to our young developers who are trying to build a career in software development?
Yeah, I guess I already spoke about that, right? So the one bad thing they can do for their career is like join an MNC company. I strongly advise the young developers not to join MNC company at right front of their career. Like they can join MNC while they get enough experience after 7 years or 10 years of experience they have, right? Like then they can join an MNC company in a good position. Then they actually know what exactly happening around them, right? So right away, if they are joining an MNC company, their knowledge will be shrink. Like they will be in a certain circle. Their knowledge will be in a certain circle, and they can't explore more about what actually happening in surrounding world. Like they can't able to understand that. So first, I strongly advise and developers to join enter into a startup world first. Uh, have a good knowledge of an end-to-end solution. Then you can switch over your career to either it is an MNC or a startup. Then you can decide by your own. But at right front of don't join the MNC. That will limit your knowledge.
Yeah. The last question that I want to know is how important is it for any software developer to be a good part of the community of remote software developers?
Community of remote software developers is like we need to help each other. That's what like for example, if someone starts, Pesto has a Slack channel, Discord channel, and everything they have discussed there. It's like so if someone actually at the end of the day we are a software developers, we will run into n number of problems in terms of creating a solution, right? Like for at some point we can able to find the solution by our own, but sometimes we can't able to. At that time, the community is very important to help us. Like we can, someone already built such a solution. They have a very good knowledge about that kind of solution. If you grouped into a community, that is easy for all software developers to gain knowledge from each other. Like so first, in terms of remote software developers, that is very important. If you are working in an office setup, we have a 10 or 20 members team, so we can see our face. We can help each other right from our desk. But in the remote software industry, that will not going to happen. Only community will what to say. The community will help us grow. And I have been a part with Discord community and other community called Remote Indian. Like so, that community is also very helpful. Like it is run by our AV now. He's running the community. That community is also very good. Like so, they can help each other. They can discuss about the vacation they went and what is the best place to go vacation, those kind of stuff. How we are managing taxes, how we are managing our finances, and we are actually discussing a lot of things over there.
Community becomes your one-stop solution for any such situations or problem
Correct.
solving.
So if we have 1,000 developers or 500 people in a community, then it is very easy to get a help from each other. Like for example, if our company is not doing well and we need to get out of the situation, anyway, Pesto is here to help us. Like, but we can also able to ask community to refer me for if your organization is hiring, then please refer me. Hey, this is my technology stack that I have worked on. Please refer me if you have any open position at your organization. The community is happy to help because they are they
This
are actually in the process.
the community is just about like-minded people sitting together and helping each other. So
Correct. Yeah.
with the remote environment, it becomes really important to actually
Yeah.
have people who are there to help you and take you out of any situation.
Yeah. Correct.
Guys, as we have discussed so many good pointers here about remote environment, how and the 12 years of experience of a journey of a software developer, Dinesh has been able to solve a lot of questions that we all had working from an MNC environment to a startup, how he's been able to take a lot of challenges to build a proper product mindset. So, and also he has been very active in our community. So make sure that you're also a part of our Discord community, because here you can obviously come and connect with like-minded software developers for any situation or problems. Also, you can connect on a very ground level with them, just interact, just sit together and chat. And the link has been shared in the comments, so make sure that you're a part of Discord community. And we'll keep on bringing amazing podcasts with a lot of Pesto alumni who are very very happy and eager to share their experiences with you. So we'll see you in the next podcast.